News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, Valley Electric says they may reinstate the former CEO soon, and a local salon has added CBD products to their specialty. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Valley Electric says an internal investigation reveals no wrongdoing by the VEA CEO. It's Wednesday, April 10th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Valley Electric CEO Angela Evans, who is on administrative leave following her arrest by the Nye County Sheriff's Office for embezzlement, is set to appear in court at the end of this month. VEA said that they have conducted their own internal investigation into the allegations that Evans charged over $75,000 to the co-op because she allegedly wanted to put power lines underground on her property located just off Winery Road.
The board, in our private investigation of the Angela Evans affair, as I call it, came back and they presented the information to the board at last week. And again, the investigation found no illegal activities. The activity that was that raised some concerns was between the builder and the contractor out there. Angela was never involved in the process along those lines, and again, the information is being shared with the Nye County Sheriff's Office from our side, so it's being added to the overall information. The board is elected after the annual meeting the first week of May of determining if they're going to bring Angela back at that time. They postponed until after her arraignment. It was noted, if I recall, that she embezzled $74,000, I think was the number. I stand to be correct. It was $70-some thousand. And again, that was because that she had told the original builder of the home that she would not buy the property without the removal of that pole. So anyway, the builder and the contractor got together, and I don't know what the arrangements were because we didn't take a look at that, but literally the decision-making process, Angela was never involved in the decision-making process. And the builder and the contractor of that home and that property the fact is the timeline clearly shows that she didn't buy the property until after the set of decisions were made on how the $74,000 was made and determined. So again, she was not involved in any way, shape, or form in the decision-making process that led up to the charges. In no way, shape, or form was Angela ever involved in the decision-making process. Well, basically, at this point in time, I did not examine the relationship between the builder of that home and the contractor. Somewhere in there that I assume a portion of that was being paid by either the builder or the contractor. And so again, I don't have a clear answer, but I'll have you an answer by next week.
And the interim CEO of Valley Electric Association, Richard Peck, also told News 25 that the latest financial audit conducted at the electrical co-op does not show any discrepancies. The audit was conducted following allegations and a subsequent investigation by law enforcement. Police say that the former CEO, Tom Husted, may have paid hush money to key employees to cover up sexual harassment allegations concerning a former female employee. The public has been asking for an independent forensic audit after rates increased and they were announced for electrical and broadband services.
Yes, we got the draft audit in last week, and the staff and I have gone through it, and we're really, really pleased to see that there was no individual illegal activities discovered by the audit, no issues that I can see at all. Very pleasing audit that supports the overall business processes going on here, Deanna. And so, again, the membership, not only do we have one audit. We had 2 audits last year that support the fact is there is nothing out there that is not in a normal business process. There's no illegal discovery of any issues, even though the auditors knew there were concerns when they did the audit. So we're real pleased to see that we can find nothing out there. The same audit group, and so again, about 2 different types of audits and everything, but really to take a look at the overall business process to make sure that we're doing things in accordance with normally accepted accounting practices for operating and maintaining a good electric utility. There was like a transition audit. They wanted to take a look at the different processes that the former manager was involved with, and so they were very focused on the transfer of the authority from Tom Husted to Angela Evans, and so they were very focused on just the ordinary business process that he was involved in, construction, i.e. Purchasing and things in this area. And again, there was nothing that the auditors discovered that was out of the normal for managing an electric utility. There was no illegal activity noted or discovered. Now, it doesn't mean that the auditors looked in every nook and cranny. That's not it. They have normal accounting standards and practices. But given the amount of people that were involved over the time, they surely did a real thorough job. And as soon as I get the final draft approved, they will be presented to the membership, and again, online. It is the board's primary fiduciary responsibility to hire an auditor. That's why they hired one after Tom left last year, and also why they each and every year they hire one. There's a significant amount of financial activity going on, and there are standards in the utility industry that the auditors must take a look at. Your construction work orders, your accounts payable, payroll, all these different issues is what they look at. Now, what exactly they look at, I don't know that, but I know it's normal, accepted, it's called GAAP accounting, government accepted accounting practices, and they thoroughly looked at everything that they were interested in.
So you'll be uploading that audit soon on the website? Probably
within the next 2 weeks. As soon as we get everything finalized, it'll be up there before the annual meeting, before the end of April, and so that the audit will be discussed at the annual meeting for anybody that wants to talk about it. But in the meantime, if you have any questions about the audit and what's going on, let me know, and when I get the final approval, you can have a copy of it, or I'll sit and discuss it with you. And again, I want to make sure that I'm getting a little lonely around here because the members are not coming to me with issues anymore. So please, members, give me a call. Let me know what's going on.
We'll have more with Valley Electric tomorrow, including an update on the Ambassador program, which has been recently disbanded, and their response to the petition that was just presented to them by the VEA Members for Change group. News 25 will return in a moment.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Unette Gentry has the update on the latest cases happening now in our courts.
In this week's court report, Gregory Krikorian, the man arrested and formally charged with 9 felony counts of animal cruelty, has been bound over from the lower court and is now facing those charges in district court. Krikorian had his preliminary hearing back in January. Then Krikorian was scheduled to be arraigned on March 4th. However, on that date, the defendant appeared while in custody, and Krikorian's attorney, Jonathan Nelson, moved for continuance of that matter and informed district court that the defendant will be prepared to enter a plea at a later time. The rep for the state, Katrina Samuels, notes that offer that was extended to Krikorian. Then Nelson acknowledges that that offer was received. Finally, the court continues Krikorian's arraignment hearing to March 18th, and the defendant was remanded back to the custody of the Nye County Detention Center. Then on March 18th, Krikorian's arraignment was continued yet again because his attorney, Mr. Nelson, requested a continuance of the arraignment hearing to further discuss the state's offer with his client. Without opposition, the court continued that matter to early April. Then Krikorian was remanded back to the custody of NCDC. According to investigators, the sheriff's office found that 7 cats had died of thirst and starvation after being left in a locked bedroom without food or water, and that 2 birds had also succumbed to thirst and starvation after being left in a cage with no access to food or water. Timothy Allen Carlo has finally been sentenced after facing serious drug charges in district court. Carlo was arrested back on December 21st, 2017, after deputies were dispatched to the 3000 block of Zolan Avenue in Pahrump in regards to a domestic disturbance. Witnesses on scene advised deputies that Carlo was possibly under the influence of illegal narcotics. Police say as they were investigating, Carlo returned to the residence and exhibited signs that he was under the influence of a controlled substance. Preliminary field testing showed that Carlo was under the influence of methamphetamine. Subsequently, Carlo was arrested and transported to the Nye County Detention Center, where he was booked. Carlo was arraigned in district court back on November 19, 2018, made a guilty plea agreement, and was released on OR. Then on March 18th, Carlo appeared while at liberty for his sentencing to diversion and $350 restitution to the victim at the victim's request. This has been your court report. I'm Unette Gentry for News 25.
Thanks, Unette. Well, the USDA is accepting applications for grants to help rural communities expand their capacity to access financial resources for economic development. USDA is making grants available under the Community Facilities Technical Assistance and Training Program. These grants help rural communities with limited resources and staff access USDA funding for essential community facilities. Eligible recipients are public entities, private nonprofit organizations, and federally recognized tribes that have experience in providing technical assistance and training to rural entities. For more information, you can go to the USDA.gov website. A driver and passenger are arrested and an alleged gun stolen recovered after a vehicle is spotted running a stop sign.
Patrol members be advised.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office has arrested Jeremiah Sandretto and David Rivas. Sandretto was arrested on driving under the influence and failure to yield at a stop sign. Rivas was arrested for possession of a stolen firearm. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office, deputies conducted a traffic stop at the intersection of Homestead and Jean Avenue here in Pahrump in reference to a vehicle that failed to stop at a stop sign. When making contact with the driver, Jeremiah Sandretto, police say that they noticed that he seemed to be under the influence of an unknown type of alcohol. They say that Jeremiah admitted to drinking earlier. Following a field sobriety test, Sandretto was arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center for further testing. Inside the vehicle, police say that they found a firearm which returned back stolen from Elko. During further investigation and discussion with David Rivas, he allegedly told police that he bought it from a friend of his but didn't know his name because he was drunk. Rivas was then taken into custody and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. More news right after this.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, Death Valley National Park will host a variety of programs April 14th through the 22nd for Earth Day and National Park Week. One of 419 national park sites, Death Valley is 3.4 million acres, the largest national park in the contiguous United States. Biologists and park rangers will present programs about wildlife, plants, geology, astronomy, and more. On Saturday, April 20th, Death Valley is celebrating Junior Ranger Day and Fee-Free Day. In honor of Earth Day on April 22nd, visitors can enjoy a 2-hour ranger-led sunrise hike at Zabrowski Point at 6 a.m. At 5 p.m., visitors can participate in a ranger-led discussion about environmental impacts of solar projects in the Mojave Desert. For more information, go to nps.gov. Laura Larson from Aqua A Salon tells us about their full-service spa and the CBD products available now.
Well, we have several products. In addition, we have our CBD line, in addition to lotions and honeys and a lot more. Also, we do for haircuts, color, manicures, pedicures, waxing. Our milligrams are 2,000 milligrams compared to 500 to 1,000 milligrams that you would get at the dispensary. All ours are also cheaper, and it actually works better when you do it in layers. When you do with the CBD oil in addition to the salve and the lotion, and when you do that, you're doing that in layers, and you're getting past the dermis, the epidermis, and you're getting to the actual area, so you're actually getting 2,000 milligrams of pure CBD. It's actually for pain, anxiety, sleep, cerebral palsy, seizures, neurological such as Parkinson's disease, cancer, weight control. It can be also used for pets, for their joints, the digestive system, anxiety, and cancer. We suggest that you start small. So when you're going to actually use the dropper, let's say you're using a large dropper like this, you want to use only a half of a dropper to start off. And I do suggest that we always use it at night just to start it off to see how you're going to feel and for sleep-wise. It has 0.158% of non-detectable THC, so you're getting 99.5% of pure CBD.
Tell me about the gentleman that was using morphine.
Well, he was taking it 3 times a day, and he wanted to try our product and see if it was going to work because he didn't want to use medication anymore. And when he tried our product, we gave him a sample, and he tried our product the next day. He came in and he purchased our product because of the fact that he said it was 10 times better than when he was taking his morphine. So it actually helps regarding the fact of different people, but like I said, it might not help for everybody, but also in the same token, it also might. So it's better to try it first than not try it at all. We are actually on 372, Highway 372, next to Subway. And we're right here at the corner near KFC in addition. But I'll tell you right now, our products are so much better. I've had people from Vegas that I've sold product to that have told me that they are so amazed. It actually helps with your skin. I actually did a MCT on my skin because I tried everything first. Because if I'm going to sell product or anything to that nature, I'm putting my word out. I'm putting my name out there, and I'm a woman of my word.
Is there a phone number for more information and make an appointment?
It is 775-727-7275.
All right, well, let's join Darby with an adorable dog available at Desert Haven.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Jeepers. She is a 2-year-old Chihuahua mix. She's brown in color. She has a little bit of a shorter snout. She's very sweet and little and just so cute. You should come by and see her and all of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society. They're on Seary Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. You can give them a call at 775-751-7020. You can look them up on Facebook at Desert Haven Animal Society, or you can go on to deserthavenas.org.
News 46 Weather Cam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look outside. I hear the wind is still going on, but we got a little bit of clearing in those clouds. We'll find out more with Michael Donahue after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, a high of 71, a low of 53. In Death Valley, a high of 82, a low of 59. 67-47 in Amargosa. 63-44 in Beatty. Goldfield at 50-34. Tonopah at 48.32. Carson City, high of 57, a low of 35. Fallon at 58.38, and Fernley at 58.37. For today in Pahrump, we had sunny skies, a high of 67 degrees. Winds coming out of the north-northwest at 20 miles per hour. Humidity at 24%, and our sunrise at 6:16 a.m. For tonight, it's currently 66 degrees outside with clear skies, a low of 47 degrees. Winds are going to be coming out of the north at 10 miles per hour, humidity at 24%, and 7:13 p.m. for our sunset. Looking ahead to our 7-day, we still have that sprinkling of clouds all through next Monday, but we are expected to clear up this Saturday and next Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperature-wise, we've been seeing the pretty similar pattern all week. On Thursday, well, really all the week, we're going to be hanging out in about those 70-degree temperatures, with the exception of Friday and Sunday, where we're going to be at 68 and 64 degrees. Our overnights, on Thursday, we're going to have a low of 50. Then on Friday through Sunday, we're just going to be in those high 40s. And then Monday through Wednesday, we're going to be in those low 50s. So now, if you can't make it home in time for news at 5 p.m., make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live there, as well as any other news and updates. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Michael's got a little Elvis kind of twirl up there at the top. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio 103.1 FM. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.